Okay, more of this. Hopefully gonna get a little bit more done than just a single gym. It really was not that long between the gym last time, but took me long enough to get there. And as I'm changing out team members, it's gonna take a bit as well. It's just kind of the nature of the game. So, with our current options, I did not ever look at when Sandile evolved, or Roggenrola for that matter. Servine and Tranquil should be fine for a good bit. So I'll go ahead and actually have Servine out front. Actually, I'll have Sandile out front. I think he'll be okay. Actually, maybe not. We'll see. I'll just try to fight whatever people I come across. That way I can maybe get some levels going and actually get ahead of the curve, at the very least, with the lower leveled ones we have. Sandtomb is not going to be great. Sandile is not a special attacker. How much special attack do you actually have? I mean, for single stage, unless this is physical, this may... Okay, well, it's physical. I guess it doesn't matter then. The question would be, though... Probably about the same, honestly, if I had to guess. And the Sand Tomb is also very helpful. And it is also, as well, nice that I'm not affected by sand either. Good flinch. Aw, so close. It's fine. I don't even know if Sand Tomb would have KO'd there or got him close enough to being KO'd, so that works perfectly. Assurance. I think Sandile actually has a decent amount of speed. It's only better if I've already taken damage, which should be somewhat manageable. And Torment is niche, can be useful. It really depends. I don't think it's going to be as good. Again, they're both kind of niche. So it really depends on if something's faster or not, or if it's using quick attack or something. But I'd have to have that knowledge beforehand. And most of the time I don't really know that. And the other problem, why did I not see that? Did I not check last time what the nature was, or did I just read it wrong? Because I'm pretty sure blue means, yeah. Blue is the thing that's dropped, right? Which is not good. Oh, that's awful, actually. Okay, I need another Sandile then. Did I grab the wrong one? I don't remember if I grabbed the wrong one or not. Thankfully, it would only be one battle that I'm losing out on, but still. We'll find out, but I don't know why I didn't notice that. Unless, again, I just read it wrong. I could see myself doing that in the heat of the moment, just randomly. And not thinking about it that much, but I don't know. I think it's weird that I actually let that happen. Because I think I have more than one Sandile, right? Okay, no, I guess I just caught one and went with it then. Well, that wasn't smart. We're gonna dash back forward. And I will need to catch a Sandile. An actual one that does not have its attack drop. That's awful. Speed boost is great. Yeah, that's awesome. But rather drop special attack than have to deal with that. Alright, you have Intimidate, so that should work. I think Samtoon is better here. Only thing is, it shouldn't matter. We're equal level, so yeah, won't do that much. In fact, I think we have a speed tie right now. No, we shouldn't have a speed tie, honestly. Yeah, no, there shouldn't be one because I have a positive nature unless that one also has positive nature too in speed. Or it just has really high speed IVs, but can't really check that. Rather have the heal ball work, not have to heal. I guess it doesn't matter. Good deal. Because I'm gonna have to go deposit the other Sandile anyways. Okay, neutral nature. I'll take that. Again, preferably it'd be Jolly or Adamant, I think is the one that lowers special attack, boosts attack, but neutral nature is also perfectly fine. I think we've seen how natures aren't really that important here, and maybe it'll be more important later on. But the main thing, at the very least this early in the game, is team composition. You know, top advantage, positioning, all that. Do need to get the item from that one as well. Also, you have one? For Simberry, I don't need that. Though it does learn Water Pulse, that's neat. I think, right? Oh no, Supersonic. So still, that again, like I said before, the Pokemon with status effects having the item that naturally cures it just kind of in their possession is kind of neat. At the very least, it's a neat way of teaching the player what to use when something goes wrong. Persimberry isn't as useful as Pecha or Rust because Confuse just kind of goes away when you switch out or in the battle anyways. But, I mean, still, it's fairly neat. Alright, now we can actually progress. Go back to training Sandile. I wonder if you have any different... I probably should have healed Roggenrola. I've been back to the center toss and it's not... Okay, so I guess I'm not gonna get... Oh no, I don't have Bite on this one, do I? That's a... Ah... Man, that's bad. I'd rather have Bite. Assurance is not that useful. Let's just look for one that has Bite. So it's got to be level 15 at least, or at most. Well, that one for sure is not it. It has Moxie anyways. Do I use this as training opportunity? Let's see. I want to say they're not giving out that much experience anyways, so it probably isn't that useful. Environment may be better there also, just to not miss. Accuracy drop isn't that important. Okay, yeah, no, that's not... I mean, switch training's a thing, but eh. And I guess it doesn't matter if I train, because I'm just going to switch for something else. So I'm just going to power through this and try to find one that's level 15. 16, so nope. Now running is a bit more risky on higher level stuff, obviously. I guess I could just throw Tranquil. Tranquil is probably my fastest. Definitely not Roggenrola. 41? Yeah. Because I think it's always been based on speed. Okay, Intimidate? Yes, awesome. That one is faster, is ability activated first, so we'll see if that carries through. Okay, so may end up being the exact same as the one I caught before. Hopefully, ideally, okay, ideal situation, it's boosting speed and not, or sorry, it's dropping special attack and not attack, right? It's always going to boost speed because that's the kind of nature it has. Oh yeah, I can't switch out. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm not playing a Nuzlocke. If I were, I wouldn't be doing this. Nice. Yeah. Good nature. Okay, that works. I'm not as worried about that. And we keep bite. Awesome. Cool beans. One's a fairly high level. There we go. Be faster to switch there. Doesn't matter. Okay. Put you back up, and then we'll heal. So I can use Roggenrola again. So I'm not really that scared of Sandile having lower special defense. I don't remember what moves Zebstrika learns. It's very possible the only special moves that it has, and I think it has Wild Charge and maybe Shockwave, or like its electric moves, and it probably has Volt Switch too, maybe. But those are, you know, all electric, so a ground type's just going to eat those anyways. And the Emolga I don't have to worry about as much, and I would not be surprised if they use mostly physical attacks other than Volt Switch. I can also block their Volt Switch shenanigans, so I guess if I wanted to get a free switch into Sandile, I'd start with Tranquil. However, would I rather have a free switch into Sandile or just start with Sandile? Don't know what flying type moves Emolga would have. Acrobatics, I think, maybe? That's a big maybe. That's a bit annoying. Does it have Prankster? Probably, right? I don't see level 1 beating level 2 in speed. Nice crit. Oh, do I not have one of these? No berries, though. Alright, what do you got? Petlil. Decent number of grass stops. Petlil may also have Stun Spore, which is kind of annoying. However, Tranquil's still just better. No crit that time, just a one shot. Maybe we'll get an actual fight Sandile can take place in. Blitzle, yeah, that'll work. That probably won't matter. I don't know though. Again, its electric type moves are going to be 8 anyways, so most likely the early moves it does have are physical. And Assurance will be more useful against something like Zebstrika. Or even Emolga if I use it against Emolga, which probably... Well, I don't know. Again, so I'm probably using Roggenrola against Emolga. I don't resist electric type attacks, but it blocks any flying shenanigans it can do. And allows me to use Rock Blast on them, so that'll work. Ooh, this will be nice. High defense, but Sand Tomb does help in that regard, dealing percentage damage. And it can't really do too much back. It can really headbutt, you know, but it's not faster, so I don't have to worry about a flinch. That does do a decent amount of damage. But now I can just bite it and go for flinches. Okay. I don't think that matters. Well, it'll matter for the next one who comes out, so I may want to switch. Probably want to switch anyways, so that'll work. Probably want to switch to Servine and let it get some levels. Oh, okay, no. Glad I didn't. Switch into Tranquil at the very least. No, Vine low rolled, or that just did that much more. Sandile's probably not very heavy, and from what I remember, Timber doesn't actually get any good fighting type attacks. I'll stay in for one turn and see. I mean, bide, like... Does Sand Tomb damage accumulate on bide? That's not great. Okay, so... Can I react equipped with a protect or anything, or am I just gonna eat something? I don't think I have any protect. Who on my team have protect? Saw? I guess so. Bod probably can't miss. So I guess the main thing would be who has the max or best HP right now, and that'd be Roggenrola. So don't attack anymore, I guess. Unless it can miss. Because I think Bod does have priority. If it doesn't, I'd switch to Tranquil. Let's test it. Okay, yes, it does have priority. Probably just want to go with Servon. Finish it off, don't worry about it. The switch would have been the smarter play in the first place, because then I could have just stalled out Bod with Leer or Grow. But now I've got a bird that is unusable. Granted, I could just walk up to the city that's literally right there, but oh well. Dig. Is that useful? I think it's, what, 60 base power? Or is it 100? Oh, 80. So 40 base power. Is that really that worth it? I mean, it's 80, you know, in a single turn, obviously, but I don't know how well the AI will try to play around it, if at all. Wonder if anyone learns this. Nope. Because I'm sure Roggenrola... Oh, no, I guess not. 5 more base power per turn. But you have to spend a turn to charge it. I'll hold off for now. I mean, I guess I could just get rid of Sand Attack, right? Okay, I'll do that. That's fine. Sand Attack can be useful, but I feel like just having that attack that I can nail something with is fun. Now, obviously, if she belt switches for whatever reason, and I don't have Sandile out, then she can switch Zebstrika and then just switch back, I guess. I don't know. The worry would be that I have Sandile in and have to switch out because of reasons. I don't know why I'm thinking that way, though. I think I'm overthinking it. I think they'll be fun to take this on. Granted, I guess I should be just training Roggenrola. Okay, I guess not. Thought that was a double battle for whatever reason. Oh, a Dwebble. I don't see that being more useful than Roggenrola. In fact, the flying type actually hurts. Or sorry, the bug type hurts more than it helps. Actually use dig here to stall a little bit. Not that great, but it is a little useful. Granted, the damage it's dealing isn't that great. Oh, I guess I should be using Assurance there. I've got it for that exact reason, if something's faster. Also, it gets freed on the last turn. Okay. Don't know if I can even go this far. I think there's like construction or something. Never mind. There's not. However, I don't know how overleveled these folks are going to be. Solosis, can you catch those here? It's level 23. I don't mind that though, honestly. Big question is whether or not Solosis is faster and whether or not it has anything to hit me with. That isn't like a status move or something. So I'm faster, which, you know, positive speed nature helps, but also Solosis is slow. I don't think Jerry realizes that's not going to help him. Apparently that was a high roll on bot. Either that or that was a low roll. Cool. Now we just have a free heal. I guess this is kind of your little mini dungeon before Nimbasa, but I never go out here. I always just run straight to Nimbasa. However, I've got a bit more of a reason to actually go here for training and stuff. Tranquil, probably switch to Roggenrola. Let's hold off on switching right now and see how much Assurance will do. A lot. Or not Assurance. Not Assurance. Assurance isn't doing that much. Okay, so Roggenrola should be able to deal with that just fine. Has an attack drop, plus Rogue attack not being very effective. Smackdown, is that useful? Probably not. So 100 or stab or 50 every hit. So base 100. Very early roost, but I guess it's smart. If you're gonna survive it at all, you'd have to use roost. So how does roost? I literally used roost and used the advantage that roost gives. So I don't know why I was confused that that wasn't super effective. So you're probably roosting again, right? I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter because stab. Or you quick attack. Okay. Sorry, I guess I'm trying a little too hard. Mud Slap, is that better? No, it's worse actually. Why would you get that later? Mudslap's like a very early move. Yeah, let's heal. Alright, so Watchog, Hypnosis maybe. That would be annoying. Be really annoying, honestly. But it's not the end of the world. It's most certainly faster. Okay, that's not that much. Defense drop's not great. Insurance should deal something. Not enough though. We're still a little under leveled for that to be particularly effective. Rug and Roller will take full damage, but I don't think it matters that much. I don't think it will matter that much at the very least. Okay, well, there goes Hypnosis. He'll miss. Okay, well, it's still faster anyways, obviously. Not a great crit, but we can handle that. Okay, good. Ah, that will be nice for Sandile. Just have to mash B. And make sure I'm saving often enough. Soft Sand. That is also useful for Sandile. That's like perfect. Just probably their intention if I had to guess. So I think my current dark type moves are still more reliable than my ground type ones, which is actually an argument for the soft sand. As opposed, that way, you know, it kind of brings them more up to an even level. However, I don't mind actually still using, just having, you know, very strong dark type moves I can use, and then relying on ground type moves is super effective or neutral even. So we're the same level. Probably just want to switch to Servon. Not quite a one shot. Don't know how high the level are whenever you drop into the castle. I don't know if they're that much higher. I think like the first floor, they're fairly standard, and then once you drop down, they get a little higher. You hardly ever see Maractus. I don't know if it's physical. I think it's a special attacker, but its special attack is garbage for a single stage Pokemon. I mean, it's okay for not very effective attack. Nice crit. Yeah. It gets Needle Orb. doesn't work on a non-physical attacker though, unless it's mixed attacker for whatever reason. Art scale. I don't think this leads anywhere. I think it's just a, yeah. Well, encounters. Yamask. Be good for Sandile, actually. Are you faster? I want to say it's probably like its evolution and fairly slow. That doesn't matter right now. It's not going to be particularly useful for the upcoming gym either, so let's see what else there is. Sandile. As Moxie. I'm not even gonna bother with it. Another Yamask. Okay. I think I'm ready to leave. That may be the only really important encounters here. Game. That's the second step I've taken in a row that has ended in an encounter. Just trying not to, but since you insist, I shall. Okay. Dark type's probably fun. Let's see. I guess I could just go to the doctor, but not until someone faints, really. Yeah. So I assume this is a introduction for the mummy ability. So whatever comes out next may have an important ability. Forewarn? No? Okay. Yeah, it's more of a tutorial. Okay. Wait, hold on. I thought... Does Mummy only transfer when you're hit? Not gonna tell me. Okay, I guess it's not gonna tell me. That's fine. Sleep is awful in this game, I think. So if you switch out, it resets your timer, which is bad. Theoretically, you could just set up entry hazards and then spam um, what is it? Roar after using the sleep attack. So have someone who knows roar or the switch out move, and then or even Dragon Tail, I guess would be better. Just cheese that way. It'd take a bit of setup to do, but honestly, as long as you can play the board well enough, I mean, like, especially for strong encounters, you can do that against Cynthia. Just make sure whoever setting up is strong against our first team member. Is it cheap? Yeah, but it's more punishing the game than the game punishing you. Also, I do like the synergy that Bite and Assurance have. If you're faster, Bite is better because it's slightly stronger and it has the chance to flinch. Sigilif. And then Assurance is better if you're slower and you know you're going to take damage because it's very high in base power at that point. Kinda want to catch one of these. I know they're not very good, but it is interesting. It's not very good for a electric gym, but it might have its purposes. I don't want to have to go back and pause it though. So sorry. If only I had an option to send you back immediately, then I would. You level up pretty quickly though in this game. At least that's what it feels like. Okay, now Assurance is better. I guess I bite there and then Assurance once it gets it off. That's a very interesting play. Again, I don't know what I'm expecting from, well, Pokemon, but guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Gotta go very fast. Not just regular, but really fast, or else I won't be able to outspeed everything. I don't know. Stardust, that's a nice selling item. I may not need it, but it is there. This goes a bit further out than I thought it did. I don't mind for the levels, though. How's Servine looking? Servine's a little measly there. Not sure if this is a great one to use Servine against. However, they don't really have many other options, I guess. Also, I'm faster. Tranquil's probably my best bet. Should have just switched. Yeah, it probably has Water Gun, which is awful for both of the team members that I have. Let me roost first. Yeah, bubble beam. Well, it's even worse than water gun. So do a quick attack or air cutter. Air cutter has a chance to miss. It's only 5%, but you know how that is. Both get stab. Quick attack is 10 power weaker. However, the offset between special attack and attack is not that much. Consistency or crit is the question. We'll go for air cutter. Crit. That's why we do it. Detect. Okay, that is useful. However, I do like the synergy Leer has with quick attack. How useful can this actually be? Like, Leer has, I don't know, it's protect. Protect isn't as useful in singles, you know, so not as inclined to use it. What do I want to do here? I'll do detect. Quick attack loses some potential, but oh well. Wow, this just keeps going. Okay. I've played this game like at least 10 times. I think you can tell I do just run straight to the Nimbasa and I don't even bother going here. You have to come here later in the story, but even then you're not required to go this far out. I think the best combo here is Samtoom into Dig. Right. Nice hustle miss. No, I guess double Samtoom's just gonna knock it out here too. Same thing. We're getting there. A lot of rust berries. Does Servon... Do I want Servon alive here? Probably. Would be better. First step. Alright, Sandile. No point. Maractus. Also no real point. Yeah, the encounter rate's pretty high in this game, which is a blessing and a curse. If you can fast forward, then it's not as bad, obviously. You can't, then it's a little not great. Oh, I guess also a lower encounter rate is also offsettable with fast forward. Get your, so I'm not spending as long running around for encounters either, so doesn't matter. Immediate. Immediate. As soon as you touch the ground. I'm not even gonna bother. Not with the fire top. Alright. We'll go clear out the folks in here and then we'll head on our way. Doctor, Psychic, 2 Psychics. Just 2 Psychics, so Sandile would be pretty good once again. The only problem with Sandile is that, yeah, you can't really use him against Emolga or Emolga. I mean, he's usable. You can use the dark type attacks, but its strength is kind of lessened. Doesn't matter. It's not great. That's not great either. Ow. That's kind of Roggenrolla's thing, though. Not very strong when it comes to special attacks. A little sad it won't be getting any experience from this, but it's just one. What? That was not a crit. That was a crit, though. Leech Seed. Tackle is not good by any means, but it is an option for neutral targets. Same with Vine Whip, it has its uses. Growth. Oh, Leech Seed is really good though. Even just for like stalling purposes, if you want to switch out or something. I don't think that's... Yeah, I'm not going for a tanky Servon though, so I don't think it's as useful. It's useful, don't get me wrong, but... I think his next normal move, he learns a Slam. I don't know, man. Like, especially with me being so specialized in the tops here, it doesn't matter that much if I'm going to get rid of Tackle, but at the same time, yeah, I just don't see Leech Seed here. If I were running it a little more defensively, then maybe, but I'm not. Actually, isn't that line actually defensive? Oh, it is, huh? You know, I didn't even think about that. I guess it wouldn't be good. It's fine. It's, again, it's not as important. No consistent recovery is bad for it anyways, so. Well, I guess that would offset it, but you don't have Protect or anything like that. If I get to a point where Leech Seed's required to win anyways, I think I'm playing the game wrong. Oh, that's bad. Why did I? Okay, I guess I'm gonna run. Didn't mean to run. I was pressing up, but certain controllers do that. Rock Tomb. Okay, so Rock Tomb's 50 base power. Sandile, I think, can learn it. However, 80 accuracy is awful. Awful, awful, awful. So, yes, it has its use, but no. We bet. Okay, Roggenrola. Flinch. I don't know if that has like a specially high flinch chance or not. Headbutt. Oh, I guess it doesn't take Rock Blast into account. Nice. Good 5-shot. 4-shot, actually. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Ah. It's okay. We get a free item for it. Somewhat free. Have to go through an encounter, but that's fine. Oh, nice revive. Probably won't ever reuse it, but it is there if I need it for whatever. So I was mashing there. I don't want to have to go back. It's either the cover or I don't remember what the other one's called, but the other one's Arkin. This one's Tortuga. I think Tortuga is actually, it's different from what I normally use Arkin, right? So I don't mind having the cover fossil. I don't know if it's that useful. Water Rock is okay. Problem is that I already have a rock type ace. However, I don't think you have to trade evolve the fossils. So give you a second. Okay. Oh, wait. It's not gonna work. Don't say give me a second if you don't actually mean a second. Is this a different? No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. All right, so now, honestly, I'd kind of like to at the very least restore it. The fossil, I mean. It's gonna take a minute, but I do have fast forward, so I can just kind of go faster, but it's not, that's the problem. Water rock type, I think it has solid rock. It's either solid rock or shell armor. Shell armor I think is worse than solid rock. Solid rock lowers the damage from super effective attacks, which, you know, would be nice. The water type is good for the ground gym. The problem is rock type is not good for the ground gym. Next gym would be flying, which rock type would be okay for. Then you go to the ice gym, which rock would be good for, and the water I think resists ice, which is also good. And then dragon gym is kind of meh. Rock, but I don't know. And I can't think of any other special places that it would be useful for. Arkin's kind of similar though, you know, it's just kind of The rock type has its strengths in certain places, and it also has its weaknesses. Except I think it's worse at the ice gym, though it would be better at their dragon gym. And the flying, no, it doesn't matter. Other than the fact that, you know, fast, you know, defeatist isn't great, but that's kind of the whole point of defeatist, is that you're really strong and then you kind of weaken yourself. I think I'm gonna go do it now. I could also just wait till I get Fly to do it, but I think at that point I'm gonna have to level it up so much that it's not gonna be worth it anyways. So if I want to have the option to use it, I better do it now. I guess the speedrun trick would be to like you're using a awesome Pokemon in the speedrun, but if you really wanted to do it fast, you get a Pokemon teleport and then never go to a Pokemon Center unless it's this one. Wait a second. Yeah, I think cover is... Well, I mean, it said water type, so obviously it should be that one. Alright. So, it starts at level 25, which is nice, you know. Unfortunately, it's not as useful. Those are some decent stats, though. 50 in both attack and defense. Special defense and speed, meh. Speed is not your best stat. In fact, that's kind of sad, honestly. Though I guess it could be worse. What is your ability? Solid Rock, which, you know, it's Solid Rock. It is definitely a good ability. Unfortunately, a little turtle friend ain't gonna be as useful right now. And the lack of resistance you get in the ground gym also just kind of makes it sad. At the very least, Arkan has an immunity to ground type attacks, but eh. I like the design of it. And also, gym leaders aren't the only poker teams that exist, I guess, that you have to fight, but it's kind of the one that you're training your team for, at the very least in advance. So I'll probably I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. We'll figure it out. Don't mind me just rushing back. All right, cool. Could have. Okay, that's fine though, ain't it? And no, I don't want to take that much damage. This probably takes it out. Not worth it to risk the miss. So I think we fought Team Plasma as soon as we exit. So I'm gonna go ahead and save again, just to be safe. Ultra Balls. Yep. Now there is actually a route to the right. So there may be something else you can catch there that's a bit higher level and actually has a counter to the electric team. That's usually how it works. Generally the area around the gym has something to counter the gym. Which again is smart. I encourage you to actually catch stuff and not just brute force it with your starter. You can do that too, but it takes a special amount of commitment. Okay, Watch Hog. Leaf Tornado's best here. As long as it doesn't, well, it's still a decent amount of damage, but as long as it doesn't Hypnosis, I'm not that worried. And Hypnosis is more annoying than anything, but still. Trubbish. You probably have Poison Jab or something. Not a bad idea for Sandile to come out. Also, yes, our current team is actually higher than Gym 5, so I will have to ditch someone. Especially if I let anyone evolve. Probably don't have to dig here, just bite it. I don't think it has Poison Point. I think it has Stench. At the very least, one of its abilities is Stench. And even then, Gym 6 is only slightly higher than Gym 4. It's kind of like, And then Gym 7's lower than Gym 6. It's very, very sad. It's because they have limited numbers of Pokemon that they use. I think the max is 3. It's kind of meh. I'd like it if the 7th and 8th gym leaders would use at least 4. If not, you know, a full team. I understand why at the very least, because they want you to be able to power them in numbers. But I don't know. I guess I'd like a little more challenge. It's kind of the whole purpose of this. Like earlier gyms, you know, completely understandable. Makes sense. But later gyms, eh. Is there a battle up here I can do? I think so. Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna just go ahead. There's the battle court, which I can go to and kind of do stuff with. I think at this point, I do want to look for something that can replace Tranquil for now. This may get a little sketchy if it powers up again. Or even just uses an attack. It's gonna sting. Servon's defense is working great there. I don't know if Tackle will KO here, so hopefully Vonma does. No, man. No one gets experience. That's sad. Wasted perfectly good EXP there, man. Did I get a back? Where do you get the back in this game? I thought the old man gave you the back. Oh, he did. Okay. Ducklet. Do I take an air cutter? I probably don't want to find out. Watch it use Bubble Beam. Dude. Man, come on. Okay, like the Servine. Watch it, use our cutter now. Watch it. Waterfalls, okay, that's not as bad. Confusion would be bad. To get a crit. Maybe it doesn't have very good. Alright, that should be fun. Pursuit's not great if I do want to end up switching, though. Accuracy drop's good. I think I still win this. At the very least, this individual bout. I think this is maybe where you can catch the other elemental monkeys. I think. Could be wrong on that, though. Hopefully, this having a Drillbur means that maybe you can catch Drillbur here. If that's the case, then that would be a good swap for Tranquil. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, Liepard. That's not amazing, obviously, but I do like cats. They're pretty cool. Honestly, just like as a utility user, now I doubt it can learn many good moves that we have TM-wise, but, well, it can probably learn some decent TM moves, but for what we have right now, it's probably not as great. Some good experience. Trubbish. Not really. Okay. Minccino, okay. Not amazing still. I don't even really think it's great training fodder either. Liepard's good because it's an evolution, but Minccino is not. Yeah, 180. No, thank you. I forget what's in here. Nature Preserve. Lookout Forest. Lost Thorn Forest. Where is it? What does it say? I think it's Lost Thorn. Yep. I think Nature Preserves Black 2 White 2. You're evolved, so I actually like to tackle. Okay, well. Okay, yeah, no, bug type, forgot. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, Mega Drain, yes. Never mind, it's 40 base power. It's still useful though. All right, I'll drop Vine Whip. Ugh, I don't like dropping Vine Whip as much. but it's only 5 more base power. However, the healing is nice. Also, no, I can't utilize Servron's best base stat. Oh no, I'm probably slower anyways. Razor Leaf is scary. We're good though. Lee Swadloon. Nice crit. Alright, what level is Roggenrola now? 26. Okay, so we've got a couple more. I'll stop at 27. I guess that's a understandable reaction to someone just walking in your trailer randomly. Is there a purpose to that I'm supposed to infer? Putney. You're just pure grass, so not really a point. You're not evolved. Again, the only reason I was going after Swadloon was because it's evolved. I think turning counts as what is it? A step. So that's why it's kind of double sometimes. Single tile is. Try to ease off the gas pedal there. Should do a decent amount. Won't KO. I don't really have an amazing switch, so probably just fight. Okay, well, it just fakes out anyways. Awesome. I'm not giving cut. I don't think it's going to be worth it probably anyways, so no point. All right, Scraggy. I got growth here. Get as much chilling from Mega Drain as I can. That's gonna sting a little bit, ain't it? Just a little bit. Definitely not dealing half of my health. Nice crit. Swagger's not great. Don't like it. Especially since I already boosted my own attack. Also. Okay. Oh, I need strength to go there. Okay, that works, I guess. Whirlipede. I think Sandile will be fine. Bug attacks will be neutral. I don't even think it gets that many bug attacks though, so not really that worried. Hopefully I don't get poisoned. If I do, I wouldn't have digged there, but now I can dig. Say I called it, but I did not. I tried to go for the double anyways. Well. But should be able to close it out unless it protects again. Ah! Swagger, no thanks. I'm gonna stay in. Think it'll be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Nice crit. Oh, does poison not work on the other world anymore? I guess it stopped in Gen 4. Forgot about that. So, didn't find anything particularly that I wanted to use there. I'll go out west. See what's lurking. I don't even think I can get far enough to grass. Maybe up north? We'll see. I'd like something else before I go to the battle court and train there, but eh. Also, I really need to... I probably just want to save that, honestly. Yeah, save it for the maybe eventual water type I'll get. Or whatever it'll be for the ground gym. Let the rock be the star of the show. Okay. What's the weirdest looking thing? Probably. I think the hole is its ears. There. Whatever. Yes, I coordinated by putting glasses on its ear. Awesome. No, I don't actually have to do it. Okay, cool. It's I'm sure people have said their piece about it. It's just kind of a step down from contests. It's literally just contests, but without the performance stage. And the dance minigame isn't a minigame. You just kind of watch it. It's like, okay, well. You know, I probably should fast forward through this to make it feel a little less awkward. It's supposed to be serious, but nothing happens. Mechanically, nothing happens. In the context of the story, something happens, but yeah. We're not playing it for the story, are we? If I'm playing it for the story, I'm failing miserably. Okay, now maybe I can actually leave town. Okay, I'm not gonna fight these trainers, except for, okay, not the backpacker. Honestly, don't mind having Servine. Just kind of as something for Zebstrika. So I'll keep it. This looks to be the exact same encounters as the other side, so not really that useful. Okay, dark grass though, that's probably a bit different. Don't want to dig. Please don't make me dig. Maybe not. Gothita, okay. Not that useful. Type-wise, okay, let's think about the next gym then. I don't think really anything. Trubbish is bad. Liepard's bad, or Liepard's just kind of neutral. Gothita is neutral. What else was there? Swadloon? Swadloon is a thing, but I already have Servine, so I don't really need it. Yeah, I just don't really see much of a point updating the team that much. Okay, Servine's level 26, so I need to stop using you. Actually, I don't have to. 27's the cap, so 29's the soft cap. But I'm gonna try to stop at 27. So I think after Gym 4 we have cold storage. I don't think there's any Pokemon that spawn there. So yeah, I think we're ready. Let me just look for a random ground type I can throw in as maybe a pivot. There's not really anything though, honestly, so I think the core three that I have here are gonna work fine. Guess I could use Cottony. Oh, actually, So, Cottony, if it had Prankster, actually isn't that bad. Especially if I wanted to use it as a setup enabler. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. I don't know if it gets Prankster though, that's the only problem. That was more of an assumption than anything on the one time that it used Stun Spore and was faster. Let's see. Physical, or sorry, attack, regular attack, so Prankster wouldn't have boosted that anyways. Razor Leaf, same thing. I think Sandile will level up anyways, so I don't mind switching. Mega Drain. Cotton Spore. That is status. Faster than Tranquil. Tranquil's like 4 levels higher than it. And Tranquil is naturally fast anyway, so it should have it. Problem is, Cotton Spore. That lowers attack. Not that useful, honestly, but potential. Again, the fact that it resists the type, yes, Emolga acrobatics, not great. But if it has Stun Spore, that's, well, this, when was that applied where they can't be paralyzed? Was it this game? I'd rather have whatever the other one was, unless it had Cotton Spore before. Yeah, that's probably what it has. Let me look at any other TMs that may be useful with it. Retaliate, no. Flash, eh. I don't care about priority flash. Honestly, Stun Spore, if it works, I can see being useful. And I'll just kind of throw it on the team to level up as we drag it through the actual gym trainers. Alright, throw them in. I think it evolves with Leaf Stone, so it doesn't need anything weird. So it doesn't evolve. And I doubt the gym trainers are as high of a level as I've got right now, so that also works. Again, Volga's not great, and it may be better just to drop it in when Zebstrika comes out. It'll have to eat a hit, but I think it'll be fine. I think Cotton Spore drops attack. Speed. Really, the Stun Spore is what I'm going for. I guess Cotton, it can be, but yeah. We're going for not having to worry about speed as much, so I don't know. I mean, ideally, I just paralyze Emolga, get Roggenrola in, set up Iron Defense, and do stuff there. Well, that's not going to work very well, though, because special attacks or neutral electric type attacks especially are going to deal quite a bit to the rock that takes very high amounts of special damage. other, I guess, supposed to be important. I don't know if it's that important. More just slight amounts of exposition. Kind of forgot about this battle too, so be some nice experience. Can have a Minccino? Nope, got Sandile. Probably Sandile, Darumaka. Probably doesn't have anything from the later routes, so let me think. Yamask and maybe Maractus. Avoided. Now again, did it avoid it because it's okay? No. So very least ground tops can be affected by it, which maybe that's still always been the thing. Probably don't survive an assurance. Well, goodbye, Cottony. Oh, we're alive. Okay. Do I risk it? Mega Drain probably does more. Your special attacker naturally anyways. Not a great special attacker. Again, it's more support than anything, but oh well. Definitely switching on you though. Good attack drop that negates hustle and still makes it so it can miss. Okay, well, I can miss too. Also, ouch. Well, goodbye, Sandile. You don't get experience. It's okay. Roggenrola will come and clean up. Oh, Scraggy. Okay. I don't think you're fighting top. I guess we switch to get info. See if it does have any fighting type moves. Also, I didn't switch the top or the thing. I am most certainly almost 99.9% for sure that Cottony has a lower base stat than Tranquil. Let me look real quick, because I do want to keep it fair. Hey, this is more of a test run than anything, but still. Look. If I can. Having the hardest time finding the right one. It's a me thing, but still. Okay. Let's see. Cottony has, yeah, 280. And then our friend Tranquil has 358, so Pull out the calculator. I know this is interesting for sure. I guess I could pause the recording, but want to kind of get used to this. Okay, so what do we have currently? Three minus 380. 358. And then add 280. It's like a trad or something. All right, 265. I could leave it the same. Again, the whole point is kind of just making sure we're staying under it, so it doesn't have to be exact, but change it. I'm not looking at 1,265. Okay. That took long enough. I don't know if Rock and Roll is going to take a Sabeam at this point. Yeah, again, it's awkward. Okay, well, I'll probably lose to N anyways, but still fairly interesting. Yeah, Cottony's not surviving. Wow, okay. Sandile going down there was kind of bad. But now we know what he starts with. Do I? Sandile. Okay, yeah. Cottony should be fun. I'll start with Stun Spore. That way it gets the full effectiveness of it. Oh, this is interesting. You have to do the entire setup again. That's kind of annoying. All right, here we go. Have a better take this time. Have an actual plan. I will say this Sigilyph is actually kind of bad to run into. You know, I could switch to my Sandile. Think that. Honestly. And get it in before it has to fight Darumaka. Kind of like that. Also have a very high chance of... what is it? They're not a very high chance, but a decent chance of just not getting hit at all. Okay, well, get the miss out of the way now. That way when we actually have to fight, we don't worry about it missing. Not that it matters. Missing is not like Protect, unfortunately. Well, I guess fortunately that, you know, using the same move multiple times in a row doesn't give that opportunity. Of course, he doesn't switch to the same Pokemon because his AI is actually decent. I assume you switched to Scraggy because you actually have something to use here. Let me scout. Oh, Brick Break's gonna hurt. Did some decent damage though. Okay, no, that just... That's not good. That's really not good. Okay, I have a feeling I think I know what I have to do. This is gonna be weird, but... Okay. As long as Cottony survives, we're good. Don't get Servine out here. Try to growth a couple of times. Okay, that's Fine. Good. I can Mega Drain, and then if Sigilyph comes out, I'll tackle it. Okay. Well, that's not great. Not great. Not the end of the world. I do not have Persim Berries. I can't even use those if I wanted to. I think I'd just go for Mega Drain now. Tackle may not one-shot, but actually it's better to keep Scraggy out, that way if something does go wrong, we have a better option. Darumaka comes out first. Okay, good, good. Thank you. Thank you. Fire Punch is gonna hit hard. Servine avoids it thanks to Hustle being awful. Only scary one is the main scary one, which is Sigilyph. Sigilyph is very, they're not very, but decently tanky, so it may survive this. I'm sure it's stronger, especially use Whirlwind. That's actually better for me, because even if Roggenrola comes out, I think we survive one, at the very least one Psybeam, because of our HP stat. Now, you know, we don't survive much more than that, but that should be all we need. All right, minimal casualties, which is good. All right, time to heal. Okay. And in theory, this, oh, no, this team, I'll have to drop someone for the next gym too. So silly. I think this is the gym, yes. I still think Cottony's okay, and this will be a good test to see if Stun Spore even works. I think it was Gen 6 that they made it where electric types cannot be affected by paralysis, but we'll see. Okay, yep, we get to use it. So Shockwave? Interesting. I'm gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Oh, sir. Oh, okay, random pursuit coming in. Honestly, that's fine though, because then we're clean. And Roggenrola is faster. That's nice support for Roggenrola too. I think the scariest thing is just the acrobatics that will come out on Cottonee. Yeah, I don't really have to worry about physical attacks that much. Alright, so you're at level 27, so you fit the standard cap. Rock Slide. Yes, please. 75 and 90. Chance to flinch. I feel like Smackdown goes away. Iron Defense has its purposes. Headbutt also has its purposes. Smackdown is fine. However, very niche for its secondary effect. And while 90 accuracy isn't great, you know, it's not as consistent. I think that is still the way you go. I'm sure Roggenrola would have evolved by now, but we're not going to let him. Still keep Cottony out front. That way it just kind of siphons some experience. I did not get the fresh water. All right, what you got? Blitzel? Probably. Not many electric cuts this early on. Yep. And since you're not a flying type, I might be able to stay in here. Nice paralysis. Spark's not very effective. We do risk getting paralyzed here. Like I said. Granted, I can still keep using it after this for just spreading paralysis, but can't really use it as well for attacking unless I do heal the paralysis, which I'll try to wait on. I've been getting... that's not good. I've been getting the good paralysis RNG, so... I'm gonna probably have not a great time when I take on the gym leader. All right, Blitzel. I mean, as long as Cottony... Okay, well, you have Flame Charge. Why didn't you use that the first turn? Very surprised you survived on 1 HP. But I am getting you out of here. Okay, so Flame Charge is coming out. Definitely don't want Servon to come in. This is why we have a soft level cap. And the quartering of speed instead of just having it is very nice as well. Probably faster now. Yes. Okay. We're really gonna try to avoid Rock and Roll now. Yay! Wonderful amusement park. Alright, another Emolga. Level 25, which is pretty high. Unless it quick attacks, I'll keep priority, and even a quick attack I'm not really that scared of. Pursuit. Decent damage. That comes out next turn. It's not great. Okay, we're safe. Nice. And this also has synergy with being able to flinch, except for that. Fair, I guess. So now I'm a little weakened. I am at the gym leader though. Do I have enough to at the very least clear off both of them? No, I don't even have enough to clear off one of them. I'd really rather not have to deal with paralysis. It's fine. We'll just go back and heal. It's my fault for not buying stuff. Okay, so let's get... I need hyper potions. Hyper potions are a bit overkill, but they're useful. I'll get 9 of them and then just fill out with super potions. I like 5 of each of these. Maybe not Ice Heal, but antidote and stuff is certainly useful. Alright. We are ready for the gym leader. How far did Courtney get? 21. Yeah, it's fine. Again, it's mainly for support anyways. Acrobatics is going to sting a bit, but it's okay. Get on there, get on there. So don't know why I'm trying to fight again. All right, here we are. I'm fine with this lead, I think. Thinking though, Rock and Roll is probably fine. Volt Switch is not great. However, if they Volt Switch on Cottony, which ideally the Emolga Volt Switching would already be paralyzed, I could just Stun Spore again. I mean, if I spread Stun Spores to the entire team, that would be pretty cool. Well, we already miss, and Aerial Ace, does that one shot? It does one shot. No. All right, well, we're going into this with a team of 3 then. Literally didn't matter at all. Am I going to miss again? So you're going to Volt Switch. Who are you Volt Switching into? And okay, yeah, no, not smart on your part. Granted, Rock Blast may have been better there. Level up is nice though. I fully expect a Volt Switch here. Maybe Acrobatics, but if that's the case, then what's it called? Intimidate helps. That's immediately. Well, if I win here, it's nice, I guess. I don't know what to do now. I can switch into Roggenrola to eat an aerial ace. However, I don't survive a Volt Switch. So I just have to switch back to Sandile if I want to. No, I don't. Okay, I think the safest turn of events here is Roggenrola switch, try to go for the call on the aerial ace. Okay, you're not going to aerial ace again. So I'm fine to switch into Servine, which you'll probably try to Volt Switch here anyways. If you Volt Switch, you Volt Switch into Zebstrika, which I don't think has Volt Switch. It might. So if that's the case, I highly doubt you're going to. You may Flame Charge. If you have Flame Charge, and if that's the case, yeah, we want to switch. But who do I switch to? Thinking. You're not going to hit me with an electric attack unless that's your only attack. I think it's Wild Charge, and if it has Volt Switch. Maybe Spark. Let's scout, see what you have. If you have Flame Charge, then I know. Also, Intimidate is a good for Wild Charge. Okay, Quick Attack. And you may just flat out switch. I think Sand Tomb's really my only option here, though. I don't want to risk Dig not going off. Alright, so Quick Attack is going to come out again, probably. Of which I can switch into Roggenrola to eat that. Sand Tomb doesn't continuously do damage, though, once you switch out. Which, you know, is not great. Would be nice, but can't really rely on that. Everything else you have is probably not going to do that much either. Unless, again, you have Shockwave. You may have Shockwave, and if you have Shockwave, it doesn't really matter. Sandile's still going to take so much damage. Also, Aerial Ace, not Acrobatic, so Servine maybe can take it. That's the case. Do I not? Hear me out. Okay. So, Quick Attack. Yes. Awesome. Get this down enough to where I maybe survive another Quick Attack. Because I think I can just cheese your AI here. I'm going to do it one more time just to be safe. I don't think they have a failsafe, right? Assurance is actually super effective here, though. Not, you know, actually, but taking damage from Quick Attack means that Assurance will be doubled in power, which is more damage than Sand Tomb deals. Flame Charge. Why didn't you use that before? I think I'm still fine. I think I'm still fine. No. It's interesting you didn't use it on Servine, though. What is my win condition here? I don't know if there is one. Because now you just Volt Switch. Which probably knocks me out anyways. Man. Ugh. Yeah. That's fine. It gives me a clean switch into Servon. Do I survive? Do I survive? I think I have to go through for growth tackle, but even then it looks like Mole goes faster anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, we gave it a good shot. Got some more info on the team now. I'd kind of like to reset, that way I don't have the extra levels, honestly. Yeah, let me do that. Let me reset. I'd rather do that and not have the extra levels. Give it another shot with, you know, the lower levels. Okay, reset. Oh, didn't mean to turn on Seagear communications. Game's gonna have a fit. Or not. Okay, that's fine then. As long as Cottony, and even then I could just switch out from Cottony, right? That's probably better. I get a free switch into Roggenrola. Let me think. Let me think. Aerial Ice one shot. I think this is really my only option. Pursuit? What? Okay, bad crit, but that's better, I think, for me at the very least. That's weird. These are both the same. I think I'd rather do Rock Blast then. You do Volt Switch though. Okay, you Volt Switch. I'll block you in with Sandile. How important is Sandile for Zebstrika? Okay, now you probably Aerial Ace. You could probably Pursuit too. I'd like to be able to set up Sandile, but Sandile can't set up. Sandile is just kind of here. The flying type really makes this interesting. I'm faster for sure, right? Or no, it's faster for sure, not me. Can't really figure out what I want to do here. Let's Assurance, see what it does. It's going to Aerial Ace, so it probably is... Why the crits? It's the second crit you've got in a row when an attack landed. That's bad. Okay, well, I think Sandile's just out of commission unless I get a stun support off. You probably Pursuit here, honestly. You know what? You heal, I'm gonna heal. I think that's fair. I was gonna try to not, but double crit does make that bad. Yeah, okay, you have quick attack, which shouldn't deal that much. And even then, Aerial Ace shouldn't have dealt that much either. So back to Aerial Ace, right? Again, Volt Switch does make this awkward. Dude. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Why? Why? Volt switch into other Emolga. You only hit 2 times. That's not good. Okay, you probably the other Volt switch. You Volt switch again. I feel like I'll just lose now. This team is not that great. Again, the Emolga makes this so hard to plan for. Oh, Hyper Potion! I should have reset there then. Oh man, that was my option. Well, I threw. I don't think there's really a point in carrying this on, because this just one shots. Yeah, okay. Nope, that feels a little cheap, honestly. Oh well, you can't really combat double crit in a row too much. You can, but anyway, try it again. Okay, so if Sandile can learn work up, I don't think it can. But if it could, that would be good. It can't. None of my team can learn work up. I thought that was a very common move most Pokemon could learn, but I guess not. Rock Tomb. Okay, hold on. Wait. Yes. Now you may say, I thought you said Rock Tomb was awful. It is. But it has a purpose. It's awful, but I think it makes this more feasible. At the very least. Right? Yeah, get rid of Dig. Okay, that makes most sense. Because I can just teach Dig again, so I'd rather do that. But the question still becomes, what do I do? Because Sandile still can't really set up. So I think we start with Sandile instead. Either that or we start with Roggenrola. Get a free KO, or not free. Not really free KO. But a KO nonetheless. As long as whatever move I use doesn't miss, obviously. Also, I don't know why I was thinking... I think I was comparing it to SmackDown. No, Rock Slide is better, just as the natural option. Because if you only get 2, then you're weaker. If you get 3, you're on par, and then if you get 4, you're a little bit stronger. So yes, that's much more reliable. For, you know, as much as Rock Slide can be reliable. Okay, now I expect a Volt Switch. And if that's the case, honestly, if you Volt Switch, I don't like throwing Servine in there. Especially considering it's not that free of a throw in. Cottony probably could take it. You're not aerial icing, so we're safe for a turn at the very least. I just think the option to use Rock Tomb has opened this up a lot more. Expect a Flame Charge or a Volt Switch. Do I block the switch? and eat the charge. Let's block the switch or eat the charge, one of the two. Good paralysis. Okay, you're flame charging now. Speed rises? I think that's fun though. Probably still faster, at the very least for this turn. Flinch, yes, okay. Flinch para. Or para flinch, I think is what they call it. I'd like to give Cottony another option to switch in, but yeah. Okay, comes through, but that's fine. Again, speed is doubled, maybe faster now. It's back to half, essentially. I don't have any quick options either. If you flame charge again, you may not end up flame charging. I think you probably do though, right? So switch to rock and roll, eat the flame charge. What happens? Speed boosts. I've taken some damage, not much. Most certainly not very much at all. I think I like this idea. And you'll see why. Okay, she has 2 high promotions. Cool. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I think. Yeah. Let's just do this now. It'll take a couple of turns for me to feel comfortable, but I'd like to get... Oh, smart. Not smart. Yes, that was the plan. I'm not going to be faster anymore, but it shouldn't deal much damage at all. Again, a smart player would not rotate like this, but it's my best chance. Maybe not my best chance. I'm sure there's other avenues, but... You know... I don't like the idea of getting rid of the Intimidate drops. Also, if I switch Servine in, it's just gonna Volt Switch anyways, so I don't think there's a point there. It's going to be faster than Sandile naturally, but if you can't deal any damage other than a crit, I think Sandile will be fine. I'm going to use my potion. Now that you're faster, I can Assurance for better damage. Dig would have, especially if I don't use Rock Tomb really much at all, Dig would have been better. I should have just been smarter with my switching and stuff, but I did get some really bad rolls. I don't think it was anything I couldn't have played around, but you know, it's me we're talking about, right? poison powder. That's good. That actually would have been better, honestly. Because then I could have just played around Zebstrika. Alright, Aerial Ace is going to deal some damage, but did it crit? I don't think it crit. That's fine. Okay, question. Poison powder or stun spore? Let's look at the percentage. 75% chance, 75% probably the same, 100% chance on cotton spore. How important is dropping speed compared to residual damage? I feel like my best chance here is stun spore. If it hits, obviously. Yes. Because Rock and Roller should in theory be faster than. I'd forgot about speed lowering, obviously. Not there in that specific scenario, but before I'd forgot that was kind of how Rock and Roller was supposed to do his thing. And Servine kind of, I think Servine's faster anyways. Maybe not. Actually, no, I don't think he is. So yeah, there we go. That's why stun spore was so important there, but it never really happened. There we go. Again, making things more complicated than they need to be, but makes it more memorable. Memorable. I think. I don't know. I don't know English very good. Volt switch. Now, anyone on our team can learn this. No, obviously not. I don't even think anything I have can learn it. All right. Okay. That took almost 2 hours and 30 minutes for one gym. Yes, I was dragging it on a bit, but I mean, we still had some trouble with the gym leader. I lost twice to her, so you know, fair enough. Either way, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next part. Goodbye.